For decades, there was one name British parents trusted almost instinctively: Mothercare. If you were expecting a child, you did not ask whether you would go to Mothercare, you asked when. Prams, Koi baby clothes, maternity wear, car seats. It was the first stop, the safe choice, the brand that felt responsible. Mothercare was not just a retailer, it was part of the British parenting journey. And then, almost without warning, it was gone. By 2019, Mothercare's UK business had collapsed into administration. Hundreds of stores closed, thousands of jobs disappeared. A brand built on trust vanished from the high street. To most people, the explanation sounded familiar. Online shopping, Amazon, changing consumer habits. But that story does not hold up, because Mothercare did not lose relevance overnight. Parents did not suddenly stop having children, and trust, once earned, does not evaporate that fast. The truth is darker, quieter, and far more uncomfortable. Mothercare did not just fail, it slowly lost an entire generation. To understand how that happened, we need to look beyond the final collapse and examine the structure underneath. This story unfolds in 5 chapters: the promise, the expansion, the drift, the breaking point, and the afterlife. Mothercare was founded in 1961 with a simple, powerful idea: make parenting safer, easier, and less intimidating. This mattered. Parenting is a high-anxiety phase of life. New parents don't want risk, they want reassurance. Mothercare understood that earlier than most retailers. It built its brand around safety standards, expertise, guidance, reliability. Walking into a Mothercare store felt different. It wasn't just shopping, it was being advised. For decades, this worked beautifully. Mothercare became a default choice for first-time parents, a repeat destination for growing families, a brand passed down by word of mouth. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, Mothercare dominated its niche. It wasn't cheap, it wasn't trendy, but it was trusted. That trust was the company's most valuable asset, and that's what makes what happened next so damaging. Rather than doubling down on its UK dominance, Mothercare chose a different path: international expansion. The logic seemed sound, the brand traveled well, babies are universal, franchising reduced risk. Mothercare expanded aggressively into the Middle East, Asia, Eastern Europe. At its peak, the company operated in over 40 countries, with hundreds of international franchise stores. On paper, this looked like success. But here's the problem. Franchise growth created distance. Distance from UK customers, product relevance, store experience, brand control. Management, attention shifted outward. The UK business, the core, quietly stopped being the priority. And while international revenues looked impressive, the domestic stores were aging, fixtures dated, layouts stagnated, digital investment lagged. Mothercare was growing, but not where it mattered most. If you like this video, please subscribe. We want to reach 5,000 subscribers this week. Now let's move on with the video. Retail does not collapse when customers leave. It collapses when customers stop forming habits. This is where Mothercare made its most damaging mistake. A new generation of parents emerged. Millennials. Digitally native, research-driven, price-conscious but design-aware. They did not want big out-of-town stores, overly conservative designs, or one-size-fits-all solutions. They wanted online convenience, stylish brands, peer reviews, social proof. Mothercare responded too slowly. Its online offering lagged behind specialist e-commerce brands. Its ranges felt safe but uninspiring. Its stores were large, expensive, and increasingly out of step with modern shopping behavior. And crucially, young parents did not form emotional bonds with the brand. That is fatal in retail. Because parents who do not shop with you for their first child rarely return for the second. This was not a loud rejection. It was quiet disengagement. Parents did not announce they were leaving Mothercare. They simply stopped building it into their routines. In retail, habit loss is far more dangerous than bad press. By the mid-2010s, the warning signs were impossible to ignore. UK sales declined, footfall dropped, costs remained high. Mothercare was trapped in large lease commitments, expensive store estates, declining like-for-like sales. Attempts to restructure came too late. Store closures saved cash but damaged visibility. Supplier confidence weakened, credit terms tightened. Meanwhile, the international franchise business, once seen as the future, could not carry the weight of a failing UK core. In 2018, Mothercare entered administration for the first time. In 2019, it happened again. This time, there was no rescue. The UK business collapsed entirely. Not because parents stopped needing baby clothes, but because Mothercare had lost relevance before it lost solvency. Here is where the story takes its final, uncomfortable turn. Mothercare did not disappear completely. The brand was sold, the name survived, international franchises continued operating, but in the UK, the country that built it, Mothercare became a memory. A trusted name without a physical presence. A legacy brand without a generation attached to it. That is the true cost of what happened. So what really killed Mothercare? Not Amazon, not birth rates, not a single bad year. It was structural drift. 1. Trust without reinvestment decays. Trust must be renewed visually, digitally, and culturally. Mothercare relied on legacy credibility instead of earning new loyalty. 2. International growth distracted from the core. Global expansion looked impressive while the UK business quietly weakened. 3. Stores became liabilities. Large format retail works only when footfall is guaranteed. When habits change, fixed costs kill flexibility. 4. Parenting changed faster than the brand. Millennial parents wanted reassurance and relevance. Mothercare offered only the first. 5. Generational retail is unforgiving. Miss one cohort and you do not get a second chance. And here is the most important lesson. Mothercare did not fail because it lost customers. It failed because it failed to create new ones. A brand built on trust forgot that trust must be continuously re-earned, especially when generations change. By the time Mothercare tried to modernize, the moment had passed, the habits were formed elsewhere, the loyalty was gone, the generation had moved on. In retail, that is the most dangerous thing that can happen, because when a brand loses a generation, it does not collapse loudly. It fades quietly. And by the time anyone notices, it is already too late. Fade to black. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. We want to hit 5,000 subscribers this week. Thanks for watching. I see you tomorrow.